Hello, I am so excited to show you some new tips and tricks for Google Sites. So you all are going to be creating a portfolio, an education portfolio. This portfolio is going to help you get a job. So you want to do a nice job on it, and you're going to make that in Google Sites, which is why I encourage you to do all of your assignments in Google, because then you'll be able to link them really easily. So things have changed. I'm sure you saw the videos, but they keep making updates, so that's fantastic. So the first thing you need to do is sign into your Google account and make sure it's the account that you're going to use everything for. We have multiple Google accounts, right? So I signed in, I went over to Google. This is not the right one. That's my work one, my other work. So this is the one I want to use. So make sure you're signed into the right account. Now, the other thing is when you go and you're looking for your Google site, they're not here anymore. It's hard to find them. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. But you need to have your drive kind of organized. So I'm going to go back into the waffle and I'm going to go to my Google Drive, because everything that I'm going to link in my portfolio is living in my Google Drive. So you can see earlier today my drive was a mess. I had a million files here. I put them into some folders, and this is the one I want to use. And I've got a couple test documents here. And this is all super, super important for the portfolio, so bear with me. So when you have a Google Doc, no matter what it is, this could be your observations, your philosophy of education. When you open it up, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to this share link. When you create the doc, when you open it, anything. And then remember, people are going to need to access this. Strangers, a principal who wants to hire you to be able to look at everything in your portfolio, they'll need to see everything that's linked. So forget about adding with an email, because then you got to add one person at a time. That's a wreck. So I want you to go to anyone with the link, change that to viewer. You don't want these strangers to be able to edit your documents. Okay, but so anyone with the link can view this. So we're done there. Now let's go back to our doc. Same thing, we've got a slideshow here, Google Slides. Go to share. Anyone with the link, I don't want them to edit in this case, I want them to view. Now, if you're working with other people on a project, you want them to edit, but right now I just want them to be able to view, and so then that's done. Okay, cool. So I go back to Google here. I'm at my portfolio, I'm in my drive, I'm in my folder, but I don't know where Google Sites is. So I'm going to go back to Google. I'm going to just do a quick search for Google Sites. And there it is, right there. They hide, I don't know why they hide it. And, oh no, if I look in the corner, I'm signed in as the wrong person again, because that's the account I mostly use. So you have to be signed in as the correct person with the correct account, or the things aren't going to link. So I'm just going to take you on a really quick tour. You can pause this video. You can look at things like 10 times if you want, rewind it. And for our folks who came in today, Blanca came in today, this was really a helpful thing that we went through. So first I'm going to go to the template gallery. I'm going to pick one I think looks cool. There's so many to choose from. There's a photo portfolio, a dog walker one, wedding, education. Here we go. A name of a club, a learning journey. That sounds cool. I'm going to click on that one. You can change everything that's in here, right? Okay, so very cool, very cool. So here we go. I'm just going to give you a whirlwind tour of this, right? So these areas in here are called blocks. This is one block. This is another block. You see those dotted lines? That's the block. The blocks have their own little menu on the side. So I can make it look like a different color. I can trash it. I can duplicate it. Here's another block. If I want to change the things in there, I just start typing. Yeah, these are all really cool, right? Now, if I want to add new blocks, let's say I'm going to take this block out. I don't like that one. I'm going to take this block and I'm going to give it a totally different color. and I'm going to move it. Grab on that little kind of extendo waffle on the side, and I can move it around. Oh, I'm going to move it back in between those two. And if I want to add a block, I'm going over here on the right-hand side. I can add a block that looks like that. Oh, check it out. And then it's prompting me to add photos, to click to edit, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is great. Now, no one can see this. So Dr. Castro can't grade this until it's published. So I'm going to go to the Publish button. And I'm going to press Test. Oh, somebody else has that idea. Test. Oh, Test. Mine. Oh, no, someone has that one too. Mine. Naomi. Okay, no one has that one. This is just a test site, so I'm not worried about what it's called. I'm going to publish it right there. Okay, I'm going to rename it up here. Hello, Testeroo. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to, every time you change something, you have to publish again, or it won't get changed, right? When I go back to my Google Drive, remember the waffle? I'm going to refresh here. How do I refresh? I should be able to see this site in here. Oops, it's not showing up. Why isn't it showing up? It might take a minute. Okay, we'll check back there in a few minutes, but it should show up back in my Google Drive, so it'll get there eventually. So here's where we can change everything. I can put Naomi's learning journey. Very cool. And let's see, maybe this was going to be my About Me page. I'm going to tell people all about me so that they can learn why they should hire me, why I'm going to be an awesome teacher. Let's see, I want to add, here's where our table of content is. Look at that. Ooh, I don't want those in there. I want it to be different from that. So those are all different pages. So how do I change those up? Well, I can go to this on the right-hand side again. I can go to my pages. That says where all my pages are. I don't want this one to say classes. I want to put my observation hours there. So I click on the 3 dots on the side. What are the properties of this page? Oh, name is one of the properties. So I'm going to change that to observation hours. Or you know what, maybe let's call it classroom observations. And then I've changed it, and it says it there, and then when I go to the sidebar, it's changed it as well. And there's some drop downs. I'm going to change those eventually, but I'm not going to do it right now. But for classroom observations, let's go to that page. Let's go to classroom observations. Change the name up here. Let's say I want to link my observations that I already wrote. I'm going to delete this page. I'm going to delete this. I'm just going to put all my own things in here. I want my own classroom observations, and I want to link them right here in this box, right? So I'm going to go back to Insert. You can do this in a lot of different ways, but where you can embed videos, you can put in a text box and write things, you can upload or find images, but I'm going to go back to my Google Drive. And you see, this is my folder with all my education stuff in there, and I've got a test document. We're going to pretend that that's my observations. I want to link that right there. So I click on it, and I go to the bottom and click Insert. Oh my gosh, there it is. That's it. There's my test document, right? Very, very, very cool. Let's say I want, so that's my observations. Another thing you're going to have to link is your philosophy of education. So I'm going to go back to pages. I'm on my activities page. I'm going to change the name of that. I'm going to change it to, I'm going to change it to my midterm research project, which you all just got just yesterday. It's a group project. I'm going to put that in here. We're going to change this to midterm research project. Okay, very cool. And what do I want for my midterm research project? Well, I want, in this block right here, I want to put in my my slide deck that I've been working on. So I go back over to here to insert. I'm going to go back to my drive because that's where my slide deck lives, all my documents that I want in the project. I'm going to select it and press insert, and there it is. Check it out. Now, this is so cool. You can do this with slide decks. I can make it bigger if I want. Let's make it big. Yeah, I'm proud of it. I want to make it big. You can go to settings. I'm going to have it do an auto start, and I'm going to have it loop and with a 2-second delay. Oh my gosh. So it's just going to loop, right? So again, I made some changes. I got to publish. This is what's current, and this is what's new, and I'm going to publish. All right, this is looking cool. But what does it look like if somebody is going to be viewing this? So I can go to the publish menu up here, pull down that little arrow, view published site. What does it look like? Check it out. That's what it looks like. And then my slide deck plays. I love it. I love it. I love it. So here's something super important. Anything you have linked on your slide deck, it has to have the right permissions in those files that you've linked. So if we go to classroom observations, this document, this is a Google Doc, it's linked. But if I didn't change it so that anyone with the link can view it, it would have this terrible thing right there. It would say, sorry, you don't have the right permissions. And so if a principal is looking at this and they want to hire you, they're just going to go, ugh, they sent me a thing I can't even look at. If I'm grading you and you send this to me and I can't look at this, I can't give you a grade for it, right? So you absolutely have to make sure that those permissions, we're in a doc again, those permissions are set so that anyone with the link can view. Anyone with the link can view. Gotta do that, gotta do that. Other than that, I just want you to play. Play with these. It's like building with Legos. It's so much fun. I think you're gonna have such a blast. Yeah, and I think that's it. Let's see if I can get my video to stop. And any questions, email me, send me a message through Canvas, and we will see each other soon.